This is Frisco Live 415.
Southern 1, a priority 487, 199 New Montgomery Crossing, Tillman Howard. We told David 10-4, thank you. Call taker can hear loud yelling in the background of an open line. Someone's trying to steal a laptop. Looks like people are holding him down and they can hear yelling in the background. Use back to Boyd told David. Boyfriend David 10-4, thank you. All we have right now is a suspect wearing a gray hoodie. 7 units on this now, 405. Suspect's going to be a black male, 25 years old, 5'10", heavy set, wearing a gray shirt, black pants. No one's hurt or injured. They have the suspect still pinned down right now. Quick follow, David has one detained on the 405 from 199 to Montgomery.
Okay guys, we are at 199 New Montgomery. Not a place that we report on from often. You can see Salesforce. Okay, so what this is, I'll get right to it, is this gentleman cuffed on the left in front of us there. He was seen and stopped by multiple people stealing a laptop from somebody. Presumably at this cafe here, whatever this cafe is, where the people are sitting and the officers are talking further on down. Then that turned into a citizen's arrest. Fuck these motorcycles, man. Those are cool bikes though. Turned into a citizen's arrest. Originally a 487 grand theft turns into a citizen's arrest 405. You hear that code 405 all the time with Macy's. SFPD's going to Macy's all day, every day for 405s. So that's what's going on here at 199 New Montgomery. Basically New Montgomery and Howard. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your hero of the day. This guy tackled the laptop thief. This guy right here.
So yeah, I mean, it's gotta work out. Yeah, you guys are coming on, man. Yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah.
All right, so we're here at 199 New Montgomery outside the Sana'a Cafe, and we are with presumably Flynn.
Henry Flynn.
Henry Flynn. All right, so can you tell us what happened here?
So this is a cafe I come to normally. I'm outside having my coffee, and you just hear some loud screams coming from inside, which is unusual. Like something, I just figured something was going on inside. Sure enough, someone runs out with a laptop. Just everything about it looks suspect. I've never seen that here before. It took me a second. So he had a couple steps on me and he was already running. Lucky enough, I just jumped up. I've been doing security work most of my life, so maybe a little muscle memory.
Yeah.
I just worked out.
You just went into action. Yeah.
Yeah, I just essentially cut an angle.
Were you sitting right here?
Correct. Okay. Yeah, and there was a blue car that was right there, a couple car spots away. I cut a diagonal over. I tackled him against the car. He still had the laptop. For whatever reason, and luckily he was wearing a hood, so when I got him, he was trying to punch me and fight me off. I had him wrapped, then I rolled around and put my legs around his torso to lock him in. He was still trying to hit me with his arms, but he had a hood on, so I grabbed his hood over his head.
That's what some of the other people said too.
To about his nose level, so he could still breathe and everything like that. It was a thick hood too, so again, he couldn't see anything, and I had control over his upper torso and his head as well. He had movement in his legs and his arms, and luckily within seconds, everyone ran outside. So I just, told people to pick, someone on one leg, someone on another leg, and hold his arms as well, just so he would stop trying to fight and hit me, and we could control him until the cops got here. And they seemed to get here pretty quickly. So,
I heard it all go down on the scanner live. It was quick.
So
it went from what they call a code 487 grand theft to a 405 citizen's arrest, which you might even be familiar with from security work.
Actually, I have a guard card, so I mean, I've been doing security for many years. But
and so you come here a lot. Okay.
I do, and
right on.
There's other cafes I go to as well. I'm always working out of cafes, and I've had to do this in Polk Gulch. I got to do this at cafes all over the city.
Polk Gulch? Yeah.
Correct. Up for days over on the corner of Washington and Polk. Like,
yep.
I'll go to these cafes and just try to air out. And the thing is like, you know, you put a lot of law enforcement in one area. It may help that area, but what happens is you know, the energy just boils somewhere else, and instead of going to high-end clothing stores and, you know, looting there, you know, on a chill afternoon on a Saturday, they come into a really cool,
that's brazen,
enjoyable cafe. Where
I heard she was way in the back. She was sitting way in the back, is what I heard.
That's what she said. Yeah, and I've never. This is always just a very relaxed, cool atmosphere. Yeah. And I've never even gotten that vibe here. So that was just utterly random. So I just wasn't even expecting that. But yeah, I mean, that's what happens. Thieves can't go to other areas.
Right.
There's too many police. They're focused on one area.
Yep.
They'll go to other areas. It's almost like energy. Crime is not created or destroyed. It just moves to other places. Yeah, and that's essentially what happened here.
Yeah. Similarly, I've reported on 2 phone snatchings in the past week. They both occurred at 5th and Marcus, so it's kind of like a hot topic of what I've been focusing on.
Even when I walk on Market and I do my shopping at Trader Joe's and all that,
yep.
You can sniff people trying to. I've even had headphones on at one point, which I won't wear anymore, because I've even had a bag of groceries, full of groceries in each hand, and you know, someone will literally like come right up on me like they're going to take my headphones, and luckily I sniff it at the last.
You seem like you're a pretty big guy too, so.
I'm not small. No. Yeah. The thing is it becomes a foot race. Now, if I have 2 full bags in my hands and they're going to grab my Bluetooth headphones, they might say, oh, he's big, he's slow, so I'm quick, I'm going to grab him and run.
Yeah.
And usually, I'm not saying it's every time, they're usually running to a BART station and going back to where it's not typical. Not saying people from the city don't do stuff like that, but a lot of times if you're by BART or mass transportation.
There is that narrative, I hear that a lot of, you know, bridge and tunnel type.
He said, one of the first things he said was, I'm not from the city.
Okay.
That was one of the first things he said.
Was he a minor?
No, he was 19.
19, okay.
And he said, I'd never done this before. So there you go. Hopefully you never.
What a day to start. I mean, why start today? Okay, I appreciate that. Why don't you tell us if you're open to it about your mayoral platform? Because
I'm running.
What's your first name again?
Henry.
Henry Flynn is running for mayor.
Correct.
Okay.
4th generation local. I grew up in the Inner Avenue, 7th from Grill and Fulton. Bounced around the city for about 10 years. Went to all city schools, and now I've been over on Powell by Bush and Pine for about 18 years, and I come from a San Francisco that is, this doesn't happen. It shouldn't happen. We have the resources we need to make sure this doesn't happen. For whatever reason, we're moving in the wrong direction.
We're a very wealthy city.
And the trajectory, I'm 48, if I look at the trajectory over the course of my life, I've never seen such a negative spiral in the wrong. I mean, negative is in the wrong direction, but I've never seen us have this amount of resources and have everything so mismanaged and/or this sort of a failed leadership. It's essentially like the heart and the soul of the city is. It's not just economics. The heart and the soul of the city is. They're attempting to cut out the heart and soul and the root system of the city, and that's just, especially for someone like me who's been here for so long and understands the history of the city. It's not good for anybody. So, yeah.
Right on. But appreciate that.
Yeah, I mean, if you say like, essentially, everyone can agree on the same stuff. HCPR, homeless, crime, poop, and reputation.
HCPR.
Correct. Okay. Yeah. And it's no coincidence I say CPR because we are trying to resuscitate the heart and soul of the city. I've been talking to people. I had the vision and calling in February of 2023. I actually was hoping it would pass because it's a big vision and calling. But I knew after a couple of weeks it started to build, and it was more than just some brainstorm. And it just moved in a direction where by summertime of 2023, I was already talking to people all over the city, one-on-one. I'm all grassroots. I just walk around. I take the bus. I walk. I talk to people all day, every day, just as a normal person.
And that's how you see the issues. If you take the bus and you walk, like if you're...
Well, the issues are on the street.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
And just like I work security at high traffic areas on the street.
Yeah.
Everything's on the street level. Yeah. Like, the more you insulate yourself, the less likely, I'm a storyteller too. Every form of communication that happens between more than one person, you always lose something in that communication. So unless you're actually feeling it and seeing it firsthand and understanding the history of how it's been over the course of decades, someone can't come in and give you a report and make you understand what's really going on.
Right.
And statistics don't tell the full story.
Right.
Not even judging whether those statistics are doctored or not. So a lot of questions. And at the end of the day, if you want to do something positive for San Francisco right now,
there's a suspect being taken away, by the way. Not to interrupt you.
Oh yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
You need to understand situations like this, because it happens all the time, and it shouldn't. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Awesome. And one last question, I'll wrap it up. Where can people find more information about you?
So MayorFlynn.info.
Okay. MayorFlynn.info.
People ask about the Dragons. I was born year of the Dragon. This is year of the Dragon.
Okay.
It's going to be the Dragons that take our city back.
Yeah. And is that a QR code?
That is correct.
Okay, so let me get close to that, just in case people want to. Cool.
And I did I won't digress too much. I declared candidacy on 415 Day. City area code. I'm going to make that a city holiday for civic pride, and I'm publicly announcing at the end of the month. Probably accuse our stadium. So,
all right.
Yeah.
Well, my name is Frisco Live 415. So I appreciate the 415. Yeah. Thank you so much for talking to me.
Thank you for watching Frisco Live 415.